What's up guys, T-Party Percy here and welcome back to a new video. As you can read in the title, we're gonna talk about the class reveal video for the two new assassin subclasses, Blade and Demonic. I'm gonna not only talk about the things which you can see in the trailer, but I also gonna talk about some hidden stuff in these videos. Before we start, I will link both trailers down below in the video description if you want to watch the unedited videos without any commentary. Now let's start with the first subclass of the assassin main class, which is the Blade. This class uses two different weapons. Depending on which skills you use, you swap between dual wielding daggers and a longsword. Blue skills use the longsword and orange skills use the daggers. And the purple one seems to be some special skills which seem to use some demonic power. And about this power I will talk about at the end of this video. But overall, the fighting style of the class reminds me of the fighter classes. Fast, agile, and with a lot of CC. Of course, the dagger skills are way faster compared to the longsword related skills, but I assume the longsword skills will deal more damage. If you paid closer attention to the skills and the animations, you can see that this class has an unusual amount of channeling and charging skills, which means this class might benefit a lot from the engraving, which amplifies the damage and shortens the animation of those skills which needs to be charged. Next we have the identity skills, which you can see at the center of the skill bar. You can divide it in three phases. First phase, the charging phase. The orbs will be filled if you deal damage, so just use your skills to fill up those orbs. Second phase is about consuming the orbs which you filled. They will deplete over time. The orbs will turn blue, and until those are emptied, you will get a buff which you can see above the health bar. This buff will increase your attack speed, and your movement speed. Third phase is an optional phase, as you can see in this video. You can either benefit from the buff of the second phase or consume all the orbs and activate a devastating blade skill, which also means that you will lose the buff. I assume this skill will deal damage according to the amount of, let's call it demonic energy, left in the orbs. Last but not least, we have the awakening skills. We can only see one of those two awakening skills in action, but in the video you can clearly see two different awakening skills slotted. The one which we can't see in action is a charging awakening skill according to the skill icon. But let's talk about the one which we can actually see in this video. That skill doesn't have a very long cast time, like the awakening skill of the Soul Master, but it looks like it has a small area of effect. You can also clearly see and hear that it hits the enemy multiple times. Apart from that, there's not much to say about it. Overall, this class does look like it has really good skill sets for PvP. Now let's move on to the second subclass of the assassin main class, which is the Demonic. This class uses the demonic blades as its main weapon. Most of the skills the class has will make use of the demonic blades, but the purple skills, as you can see, those make use of the demonic power instead of the weapon. As mentioned earlier, I will talk about this power at the end of this video. But all the skills build up the identity skill in the center of the skill bar, except the red skills, because those consume the identity resource. So if you use a lot of those red skills, you won't be able to activate the identity skill that fast. Compared to the Blade class, this one seems to be a little bit slower and less agile, but has more ranged or mid-range skills with bigger AoE. Once you activate the identity skill after filling up the identity bar, you will transform into a demon, which not only unlocks new skills but also gives you tons of HP. Similar to the identity skill of the Berserker subclass, you will be in this form until your identity resource depletes. But the playstyle of this class doesn't change even in the demonic form though. The class has still slower animation and is less agile than the Blade class, but has tons of AoE skills. And like the Blade class video, we can see two different awakening skills slotted, but only one can be seen in action at the end of the video, which is the Superman laser eyes. which is an insta-cast awakening skill. Now we have the perfect transition to the topic which I wanted to explain at the end of this video, which is the demonic power and the demon themed skills which both new subclasses have in common. People who already played this game might have realized that those two classes, and especially the demonic class, have the same vibe like the character named Aman or Eman, I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly, sorry, who you meet during the story quest. I don't want to go into details because it might be really close to some spoilers, but at some point you can play Aman, who uses a lot of identical skills like the demonic class. Why is this important? First of all, Aman and his brother are from a different continent, and as you know, all main classes are connected to a certain continent, and the first 10 levels of each of the main classes, also known as the tutorial, plays in that particular class related continent. Warrior starts in Shurshire, Fighter start in Anik, Mage starts in Rohendel, and Gunner classes start in Athertine. The classes and their characteristic and their fighting style are greatly influenced by the cities or continents of their origin. Recently released continent of the dwarves doesn't seem to match with the theme of the assassin main class. We know already that both assassin subclass will get released at the end of this month, but we don't have any infos about a new continent getting released before that. So I assume we will be able to get a sneak peek of the new continent during the first 10 levels of the assassin class. And I'm pretty excited about the new continent and the third and yet not revealed assassin subclass. What about you guys? Okay, that's all I wanted to explain or talk about in this video, and I hope that I could give you some useful infos. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments or join our Discord, which is linked down below in the video description. Don't forget to subscribe or check out Lost Art guides in this YouTube channel, which will help you to understand the game to play the Korean or later this year the Russian version. There will be more guides coming before the Russian release, so until the next video guys, have a great day, see ya, bye bye, your Tea Party Percy.